what you're going to do is you're literally going to have a cost equation and you're going to set it equal to a profit equation. So you're going to have, that's your system, you're going to have an equal sign in between two things. The other thing, like I said, is perimeter. So let's down here, in general, write what the perimeter formula always is. We're going to write it right above here. Perimeter. To find the perimeter of a rectangle, we're going to add the length and the length. They are going to be the same thing. So I say, instead of saying L plus L, I think it's easier to write 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. Now for some of us word problems are difficult, and I get that. So if you just remember in a perimeter problem, one of your equations is always going to be 2L plus 2W equals whatever the perimeter is, and then you got one of your two, right? So that's going to be helpful for perimeter questions. All right, so we're going to do one perimeter, and I'll probably set them all up, but we're not going to solve them all. The harder thing today will be the setting up. The length of a rectangle is 3 centimeters more than twice the width. Ooh, I'm going to make an equation for that in a second. However, did I give you the perimeter yet? Would you find and circle the perimeter in the sentence, in those two sentences? Would you find and circle the perimeter? Did you circle 90? Okay, so one of my equations is going to be 90 equals 2L plus 2W. So that's what I mean when I'm saying, hey, don't make too much work for yourself. Always make sure that that's one of your equations. I know it gets confusing because I told you something else in there. That's going to be your other equation. Let's read the other statement. The other statement says the length, which variable was length? L, is, I kind of go word by word, length is, so we're going to write L. In math, if I say is, you can say it is equal to, so I'm going to write L equals 3 more, how do I do 3 more of something? Add 3, so 3 more, 3 plus twice the width. How do I take twice of something? What do you think, Frank? If I took twice of something, what are we doing? You're adding. So if I said I have $10, you have twice as much as me. How much do you have? What did you do to 10? What's that? Oh, multiplied by 2. Yes, you added another 10 or multiplied by 2. So we're going to write for twice the width, 2W. Okay, so I really encourage you to go word by word. Length of the rectangle is equals 3 more than plus 2W. Okay, what's the substitution I'm going to do? For what letter? Oh, good. Let's do it. Let's solve the problem. So I'm going to take this L right here, and I'm going to take out the L in the equation above, and in its spot, I'm going to put the 3 plus 2W. So my new equation then is 90 equals 2 times, and we're going to put a parentheses there, and in that parentheses, we're going to put what L equals from below, 3 plus 2W, and keep going, because this is my 2 times L right here. I still need to add 2W. Okay, time for you to do a little work here. Would you please simplify the right side of the equation? Is it all the way simplified yet? I have 6 plus 4w plus 2w. Nope, add those w's together. So I have 90 equals 6 plus 8w. What should I do now? Minus the 6. So I have 84 equals 8w. Wait.
It would be 6w.
6w. Who found it? Grayson, Jolly Rancher for you. What? Yeah. He's got to be faster. Look, somebody broke my zipper on here. So now it's not even.
It's not.
And it was not. It was my own child. Just letting you know.
The bad one.
The one who doesn't pay attention to things like zippers. All right.
I just put the pre-algebra note next note to eat out of the back of the folder, and he's already got the stuff. He's working diligently.
Okay. Hey, Birdie, you got a calculator. Divide this by 6, please. What's 84 divided by 6? 14?
Yeah.
Okay, so the width equals 14, and then we're going to want to put a label on that, 14 centimeters, because in the problem it was centimeters. And then I'm going to go back and find the length. The length was 3 more than twice the width. So what's that going to be? What was it? Wait. 28. 28 plus 3. 31. Okay, centimeters. Okay. The big deal today is the equation part, making the equation part. I think, judging by what I saw on yesterday's homework, I think most of you do know how to do substitution. I might be wrong, but it seems like you did. All right, let's go down to the break-even one, and then we're just setting these up, okay? Remember above, what was the break-even point? When what equals what? Okay, so what I'm going to do on one side is I'm going to find all of the costs. So I'm going to highlight those in orange. You can do what you want if you maybe want to just circle costs and underline profits if you don't have a highlighter. It cost me $2.10 to make necklaces. That is a cost. I sell them for $35 each. Is that a cost or a profit? Profit. I'm not going to put that. All right. My fixed costs, oh, that's cost, for the week are $194. I'm going to add in here, it costs $2.10 to make each necklace. I should have been more clear about that. So each individual necklace, maybe it's the materials, costs $2.10. Also, I don't know what they're figuring in. Maybe it's like where you have to make the necklaces or your rental space or whatever. It's $194. Okay, those are my costs. What's my profit? What's my profit? 35 each. Okay, so we're gonna let N be each necklace. On the cost side, I'm gonna write each one costs $2.10. So $2.10 N, $2.10 per necklace, plus what else? Plus $194. So those are my costs down here. And then for the profit, it's $35 per necklace. So I write 35 N. Okay. I'm not going to solve that. I expected at some point you do, but like I said, the harder thing today, the big deal I'm focusing on is making the equation. Okay. All right. Let's set up the middle one. in the middle one, it's not like a perimeter and it's not a break-even point. It's just kind of common sense, I hope. And I'm putting two things together. And the two things that I'm putting together are Doug and Linda's. I'm going to call Doug's hours D for Doug, Linda's hours L for Linda, and the hours they spent in the tutoring lab. So if they spent a combined of 250 hours, what I'm going to write is D plus L, Doug's hours plus Laura's hours, together is 250. If you feel comfortable, I'm going to highlight something. Can you make an equation relating Doug and Laura below? Doug spent 40 more hours in the lab than Laura. I'm going to let you try it first. If Doug spent 40 more hours in the lab than Laura did, Doug's hours equals what? Doug spent 40 more hours than Laura did. So Doug's hours equals, what do you think? L plus 40. So that would be your system for that one. Okay,